So, taking us into the lunch break, it's our last of our preliminary heats. It's seniors, heat number 2, groups B and C. Your grid is as follows. On the front row, it's Iljan Brunsils from Belgium. Alongside will be Gus Lawrence from the UK. Senna van Valsten and the very impressive Corey Pauwels on row number 2. Sombra and Matilda Olsson, row 3. Sabo Boljasar and Nick Cubbins, row 4, with the top 10 being completed by Sweden's Jesper Sjöberg in the 2:43, with Denmark's Konrad Juhl Christensen in the 2:62 alongside. Then it's Mark van der Kamp, Fabian Bock, Brett Ward, Rasmus Friedel, Lina Blom, Patrick Rundqvist, Alfie Howell-Lambus, Emily de Hoys, Dylan LaHaye, Robin Sario, Jordan Brown-Nutley, Tom Verdet, Henri Jung, Teresa Babikova, Miles Apps, Dennis Siemens, Felix Varga, Jack Black from Australia, Job Rapanje, Largen Ali, Piotr Shvizazinski, Bas Janssen, and Juso Pantala, rounding out the top, the 33 strong grid on this particular occasion. We're about to get underway for 10 minutes plus one additional lap. So the sun continues to shine. There's some of the winter jackets are now coming off now, I will be completely honest with you. Temperatures now have hit 10 degrees Celsius. So in other words, that is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity now drops to 76%. A wind of either 5 kph or 3 miles per hour. So we're going to get into the rolling start formation. 10 minutes plus one additional lap here for the penultimate preliminary heat for Senior Max at the B&L Rotax Golden Trophy 2018. At the end of the day, we'll decide 5 golden ticket winners for the 19th running of the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals. As the red lights are on the starting gantry, they go out and we go racing in Senior Max heat number 2. And all together at the moment, it's getting a bit untidy there going into turn 2, but they are making it through 3 abreast almost as they barge their way through into turn 3. 3 abreast going into turn 4, about 2/3 of the way down the order. Oh, we've got a clash and a spin. Oh, that's going to be very close indeed. Very close indeed. Who was that spun? But everyone managed to avoid, my goodness. So who was the driver that was turfed out aside? Well, one driver is very slow coming down the back straight at the moment. And we've got more contact down at turn 7, 2 off, one nearly hitting the barriers, one on the outside of the corner, but both drivers managed to regain traction and get back out on track. So drama already in the very first lap of the race. But no retirements thus far. And leading the way, it is Iljan Brunsils from Belgium, leading from Gus Lawrence. Senna van Valsten there's a nice move for third position being done there, and I'm just wondering who that was. Now, Corey Pauwels is really showing a good turn of pace here, currently running in third position behind Brunsils and Lawrence at the moment, as Lawrence bumps the curbs hard, as someone gets a bit of a tank slapper under the braking zone going into turn 6. It's around about 8th to 10th position where that battle is at the moment. Leaders coming through into turn 9. Fastest lap at the moment goes to Iljan Brunsils from Belgium, currently leading the way ahead of Gus Lawrence, with Corey Pauwels now into 3rd place. Senna van Valsten now drops down into 5th position, because up ahead is the charging Swede by the name of Matilda Olsson. Here we go. She's going to be showing what she can do behind the wheel of the car. She's been very good this year, despite having suffered a broken knee earlier in the season, and the change for the lead is happening yet again. I think that Lawrence has got ahead. Well, Lawrence is in 2nd position, is really trying to force the issue. Meanwhile, watch out for Corey Pauwels from Belgium. He's gone up the inside of Lawrence going into turn 6. Nice work by the treble 2. Now he's in 2nd position. In 4th is Matilda Olsson. This is going to be absolute dynamite for around the next 7.5 or so minutes plus an additional lap. The lead is quite clearly on, and it's not just from 1st to 4th position. There are at least 7 to 8 karts that are going to be in contention for the race win here in the 2nd heat, as Pauwels is really closing on the back bumper of Iljan Brunsils for the lead, and he sweeps up the inside and takes the position. Brunsils tries to get back on the offensive coming through the final corner, but for the moment Powell's has got the lead, having started in around about 4th position when we went green around about 3 minutes ago. We still have 7 minutes plus an additional lap. Kobe Powell's will need to keep his wits about him over the next few minutes. But what an impressive display from the Belgian at the moment, leading from his countryman Ilyan Brunsils. But Brunsils has got the toe going into turn 7. But Powell's closes the door quite firmly, makes it hard but fair for the number 208. Meanwhile, behind them, this is going to allow, whilst they're battling, this is going to allow the likes of Matilda Olsen, who I think I've just spotted, has now got up into 3rd position. A bit of bumping off the curbs there from Senna van Valsten. Yes, Matilda Olsen up into 3rd. So nice work by the Swede in the 2:32. That's the number she's been running with in the Rotax Max Euro Trophy this season. As Brunsils is trying to force the issue with Powell's. They go side by side through turn 2. Powell's takes the inside line for turn 3. Brunsils hot on his heels, goes up the inside on turn 4. Olsen's waiting in the wings as well. Lawrence is still in touching distance of the top 3. Matilda Olsen also goes past Corby Powell's going in through turn 6. Powell's has got one on the back bumper of the Swede in the 2:32. Goes to the inside line for turn 7. Retakes 2nd position. Nice clean fair moving by those two competitors, as well as Brunsils, who now has got a little bit of a lead on the 3 behind, with Gus Lawrence really now having that ringside seat in 4th position behind Matilda Olsen. But I am seriously impressed with Corby Powell's purchase in the Senior Max category, this really being an ultra-competitive debut from the young Belgian. As there was nearly a little bit of coming together between Gus Lawrence and Corby Powell's, as Matilda Olsen now goes up into 2nd place. Powell's is still running the back bumper of the Swede and bumps her from behind into turn 2, but it pushes her forward rather than giving him an advantage. He better watch out with the front fairing, because if that drops down, that's an automatic 5-second penalty. But Powell's gets back past Olsen for 2nd. Olsen now back on the attack charge through into turn 7. So Powell's back up into 2nd position. This is allowing Ilyan Brunsils to get away, and this is also allowing the likes of Nick Cuppens, Gus Lawrence and Sabo Baldissar to latch onto the battle, as that's a stern defence from Gus Lawrence on Nick Cuppens for that coveted 4th position at the minute. As Cuppens is really trying to get past, well, Lawrence is trying to go very, very deep and late break going into turn 13 on Matilda Olsen, but nearly loses out to Nick Cuppens, who gets past Gus Lawrence in the end. So at the moment, leading the way, it is Ilyan Brunsils, with Corby Powell's making it a Belgian 1-2 at the minute. Matilda Olsen from Sweden in 3rd. Nick Cuppens from Belgium in 4th. Gus Lawrence and Sabo Baldissar, respectively from the UK and Hungary, rounding out the top 6. Then it's Mark van der Kamp. Rasmus Friedel. Senna van Valsten has dropped all the way down to 9th position behind Dutch compatriot Storm Brouwer, with Conrad Juel Christensen from Denmark in 11th. Jesper Sjöberg in 12th, ahead of Alfie Howelambus and Jordan Brown-Utley from the UK, with Dylan LaHaye running at the top 15 at the moment. 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go on the clock, and the battle is not going to be for first now, it's going to be for 2nd between Corby Powell's and Matilda Olsen, and it's about 2 cart lengths between the pair as they cross the start finish line. Gap now between Brunsils and Powell's is now 1 second, as Olsen is right on the back bumper of Corby Powell's. This is allowing Nick Cuppens to close in, but also Gus Lawrence, I think, has just overtaken Nick Cuppens, rounding outside going into turn 2. Nice work there by the Brits. We've also had 3 retirements already, which is Devin Siemens from Germany and Felix Varga from Belgium that have also retired. Varga did not even make 1 lap. Dennis Siemens retired on lap after completing 1 lap here. But meanwhile, the battle we really need to concentrate on is between Belgium's young hotshot, this year's FIA Academy Trophy runner-up, Corby Powell's, making his Senior Max debut. Here, from what I can gather, he's had some really good testing. He's really been enjoying getting up into seniors, and he's really showing his prowess in this early stage of his Senior Max career here in karting over in Europe. Matilda Olsen takes a quick look over her right shoulder, as Rasmus Friedel now is up into 5th position, having got past Gus Lawrence. Senna van Valsen still in the trenches, a little bit further down in the top 10, and there's more banging and side pod barging. There was nearly some wheels interlocking going into turn 5, my goodness me. And that's at the bottom end of the top then. This is showing how competitive it is. Matilda Olsen up into second now, past Kobe Powles. As they go through turn 7, he's really showing what he is capable of. He's been very quick as a junior. He's an incredibly quick senior, and plus when you consider the fact that he's probably lighter than a lot of the competition, but Corey Powles really has got some steely determination. Oh, there's some massive throws up the inside going into turn 10 there. And that was the number 236 of Sabo Baldessar, getting incredibly elbows out and side pods out to boot, as Olsen really being pulled in by Corby Powles for second position. He hits the back bump of the 232 again very slightly, which nudges Matilda Olsen forward. He hits the curves a little bit higher coming out of turn 2, but he's still keeping in touching distance with the Swede in the 232 from Strawberry Racing. Oh, and we've got one off at turn 2, who manages to rejoin, drops way down the order. So we've got just over 60 seconds to go. Ian Brunseels leads from Matilda Olsen, Corby Powles, Rasmus Friedel, Gus Lawrence, Senna van Valsten, Nick Cuppens, Stormbrower, Conrad Jules Christensen, Jordan Brown-Nutley rounding out the top 10 ahead of Sabo Baldessar, Mark van der Kamp, Dylan LaHaye up into 13th, Jesper Sjoberg and Alfie Howell-Lambus rounding out the top 15. More side-by-side action coming out of turn 10. That's impressive. As we see the number 270 of Van der Kamp lose out to Jesper Sjoberg there for position. So that means it's probably going to be at least 14th for the Dutch driver, as Matilda Olsen is really just keeping Corby Powles at bay. Now Corby Powles has qualified for the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals as a junior, but now is getting into the thick of the action here, and it's at the front of the field. I'm not at all surprised, really, to be completely fair. But when I say that earlier yesterday that he's about as tall as I am, and I am 5'8", and he's going to be taller than me, that's him. He's very good at what he does, is Corby Powles, and it's great to see him fighting with the sharp end of the field as we have just a handful of seconds. This time around, it's going to be one more lap to go for Ilian Brunseels from Belgium, as unfortunately Conrad Jules Christensen was the one that would end up being at the end of the field and dropping way down to 31st position. One lap to go for Ilian Brunseels from Belgium. Matilda Olsen in second position. Corby Powles has one more lap to try and get past the Swede in the 232 from Strawberry Racing. Could have thought of maybe throwing it up the inside, thought better of it going through turn 3. Now into turn 4, now into the left-hander at turn 5. Through round 2, turn 6 for the final time, as there is an immense scrap going on over 5th position. And then it's Cuppens, Brouwer and Lawrence, as there's really going to be some really intense battling on this last lap. Looks like Gus Lawrence might have got in front. Yes, he has. Nice work there by the Brits. That's probably put him up into 5th position, as Ilian Brunseels comes towards the final sector of the track. Matilda Olsen still keeping Corby Powles at bay by about a cart length and a half as they come towards the final sector. But when it was all said and done, Heat 2, Senior Max Groups B and C is going to be won by Belgium's very own Ilian Brunseels in the 208. Matilda Olsen takes second ahead of Corby Powles. Rasmus Friedel takes 4th. Nick Cuppens actually took 5th. We then had Stormbrower rounding out the top 6 with Gus Lawrence and Jordan Brown-Nutley finishing 7th and 8th respectively. Dylan LaHaye and Sabo Baldessar ran out the top 10 at the end of it all. Jesper Sjoberg in 11th. Senna van Valsten finished 12th at the flag ahead of countryman Mark van der Kamp in the 270. Alfie Howell-Lambus 14th. Robin Sarrio from Finland in 15th. Mars Apps from the UK 16th. Sweden's Patrick Kronqvist would have to settle for 17th position ahead of the Dutch duo of Emily de Hoys in the 272 and Lina Blum in the 253. Lagan Ali from Belgium in the 221 finished in 20th ahead of Brett Ward from the UK in the 214. Fabian Bock in the 278 finished 22nd. Jopra Panje in 23rd, Piotr Zajinski in 24th, Teresa Babikova in 25th ahead of Tom Verdet, Bas Janssen, Jack Black, Yuso Pantila with Henri Jung from Germany being the last of the 30 classified finishers, with Conrad Jules Christensen, Dennis Siemens and Felix Varga retiring from the race. That concludes the morning action here at the 2018 B&O Rotax Golden Trophy. We'll be back just before 1 o'clock when we kickstart the business end of this one-off event, which sees 5 different drivers head to Brazil in just 3 weeks' time. We'll be back just before 1 o'clock this afternoon.